you, like, you came up with an idea for your son, but what was the creative process? Like, you wrote down ideas. How did you draft it out? How did you architect it? Just kind of like walk us through that.
Um, you know, I would want to think that I sit down, turn on music, and somehow some kind of creative spirit comes out of me. But I don't want to lie. But usually, what just happens is, I feel lucky that I think for the most all the projects that I made so far, it's like there's a problem that fell right in front of me.
Mm.
And then I just thought that, you know what, I think if I use programming in general, Salesforce in particular, I think I could make it better.
Mm.
And that's just how I came up with the idea. And like I said, it's not like all of a sudden like this creative thought just came in. Actually, there's a problem right in front of me, and then that's where the opportunity I saw, I could build something to
Mhm.
actually make this better. So and I understand the struggle. When I sit down and try to think of something creative, I usually end up with nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had a lot of conversations in LinkedIn. This is the same thing. Like, how do you come up with this? And I tell them the same thing. I just look for something, even through conversations with people, and then like with my nephew, and then I come up with that. But
Yeah.
if nothing else, I'm just thinking, is there something repetitive that I do in my work or in my hobbies? And
Mhm.
then that's just like a sign that, we could use software to solve that. And most of the time, I think,
Yeah.
you could use Salesforce to at least solve a portion of that problem. So that's how I got it. So I wish I could say, like I'm a genius or something, but no.
Hey, I mean, what you did is awesome. But no, I think you offer a really good point. And sometimes, sitting down, and I face that struggle as a content creator. I'm sitting down and I'm like, well, I'm looking at people's problems on LinkedIn and I'm like, well, what can I like talk about? Right. But sometimes when you just go about your daily life, or especially talking to someone, just
Yeah.
genuine conversations,
Mm-hmm.
that's when the most ideas I feel like flow from you. So for people that are thinking about creating a portfolio or an experience cloud, you're architecting already. And I think these are really cool features and things that you can talk about when you're in interviews, if you are, switching from another career or transitioning in or just leveling up. These are really good things that you can talk about. And then the creative process, because those are things that actually capture like recruiters or hiring managers. These are very common questions that they'll ask you, like, what are some of the challenges that you faced when creating something in Salesforce? And these are the exact same things that you can talk about. So it's cool that you shared that with us.
And just to piggyback on that idea,
Mhm.
because I remember interesting conversation I had with people. Because like I said, some of the benefits I got from this project is that I got meaningful conversations and meaningful connections in LinkedIn. Just like right now, you and me, right?
Yeah.
We met because of those projects. So yeah, but one of the interesting thing is that people ask me not about like how did you do this, not even those, but
Mm.
they're more interested in like those people who's been in the industry for long.
Mm.
They're asking me like what did this application solve, like the use case. It's interesting
Yeah.
because they're not really asking about what components did you use, what features. They're just asking like what did this solve, like why did they're asking like the use case, why did you build this. So
Mm.
that's interesting to me because
Mm.
uh, part of my experience with because of these I got some opportunities to interview. That's all they're asking, like seriously, they're not even asking like detailed things. They're just asking, okay, give me a high level overview. What did you do, why
Mm.
did you do it? It's like just those like what's your thought process.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting to me because I thought that they're going to ask me like okay, what's the syntax, what's
Mhm.
how do you write an Apex class and things like that, but none of that really, none of, well, so far it's not as if I'm an expert in interviews, but so far that's what I've gotten from, interviews, and it's just interesting.
Yeah, it really is. And you know what? When I was interviewing too, the biggest thing that people who had been in the industry for a long time, they want to know your thought process, because they can understand that you can be taught Salesforce, but it's your thought process behind it and how you went about creating and designing, finalizing, and presenting it.
Mhm.
Those are the big areas that they want to know. They want to see that click, 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 he accomplished it, and then boom, your presentation's done. So that's really cool.